So a couple of months back I spoke about the HBO's take on Velma as a series, and I briefly explained how, excited I was for that, idea to happen because, we always wanted to have a adult rated Scooby-Doo show, to at least have some gore to some credible level. A bit like the Supernatural crossover episode with Scooby-Doo, where they made Scooby-Doo more real rather than fiction. So there was a murderer and these deaths were happening, and they did a really good job with the animation. And I always wanted to have a show like that exist. So this HBO spin-off titled Velma actually takes the character on a whole new level of mystery, where there will be, death, gore, and, adult content. And I feel like HBO are definitely going to put it in the right direction, as we've seen from Game of Thrones and all that. They really do have shows that stand out to more adult audiences. So when you see a show on HBO, you know it's not for kids. A lot of people online are divided against that because, they want Scooby-Doo to be family friendly. Now, I'm not saying that this whole new idea and path is going to divide Scooby-Doo. It's just going to give us what our older generation want, that we craved when we were kids. So from Where Are You all the way up to Zombie Island to the end of Alien Invaders, or Cyber Chase if you will, there's always been creepy elements to Scooby-Doo. That could either be with the tone of the setting, and most of that could be through sound and certain features that each episode brought. Where Are You has some of probably the most best creepy Scooby-Doo episodes of all time, especially Space Kook and all that. So you definitely had that energy where it felt terrifying to watch just through the sound effects alone. Having your lights turned off in the dark, with a thunderstorms going on, watching Where Are You as a kid, it would be very creepy based on all of that. Now, I'm not saying go back to that with the new Scooby-Doo shows. I'm just saying let's spin off and go in a new direction and create something with the possibility, but actually go the full distance without any restrictions. I still would like to see Warner Bros. Do the family favourite Scooby-Doo shows every single month. Every single year, do the show, do the 2 movies, keep that for family content. But I would also like to see something new. And with this Velma series, it actually does a very good job from what I'm seeing and what I'm, looking at with images I'm going to display now. It definitely does stand out there as, something that should have been done, that is being done, that has so much more potential. From the image, we already know that some of the adult content is there, with explicit, nudity, if you must say, and, just the gore, with the death, with the brain open and blood gushing out. So that death just shows that there is a killer on the loose, that this mystery is a real crime, and that the villains aren't some people in masks just trying to get some inheritance or insurance claim on some stupid ruse. Now, I don't know if the other gang members are going to be taking part, or they might be introduced later on, or there might just be different characters that resemble those key features being part of Velma's group. From what I know, it's just focused around Velma. Maybe in season 2 they might bring in the rest of the gang, who knows. But from what I'm seeing, it's just going to be featured around Velma and her experiences with crime solving and using her brain to solve the crime. Now, I have this hypothesis, this idea of what the first season could introduce, and it really goes back to Mystery Incorporated, where they had the whole main villain stretching out for the 2 seasons, where they had sub-villains as well. I feel like this show is going to have sub-villains and a main focus villain for that season, and possibly a cliffhanger at the end leading up to season 2. And that could be a serial killer, so there could be a massive serial killer on the loose, and if Velma can't solve that mystery, she'll solve another one while still holding on to that main concept to try and hunt down this elusive killer that's on the loose. and it could probably be targeting her friends, targeting her personally, emotionally. We just don't know how it's going to affect Velma when she realises all this death is happening and she can't prevent it. She can stop the small crimes, but when it comes up against the big fish, it could pose a much more bigger challenge. And also, being more adult content, you're definitely going to see some more, different things that you would see from the regular show. So I definitely do believe it's going to be up there. It's probably the most gruesome, goriest Scooby-Doo series of all time, and it really just brings the elements of the classic shows from the 60s all the way up to the 90s together to what it should be. And okay, yeah, people are upset because of the style of Velma. I think the person who's behind it says South Asian descent for Velma. I have no issue with that. I think it's great changing the character slightly, giving her own, culture, surroundings, make it different to stand out from the rest, so we know that this is different from the main series, so it's not canon directly, if you want to say that. So I do support the new Velma look, and I think it's a very nice touch. I do hope to see more of that, because I really think that would be the best thing to stand out the most, is just have that working together and just seeing what can come by it. And I think the creator behind that whole idea has even said she doesn't care what people think about it. Like, people who disagree, it's not going to change her decision on it. I think that's a great idea, because the thing that I hate is hearing all the backlash. I'm not saying everyone from the community of Scooby-Doo is against it, but I see a lot of majority of people who live in a backworld country where they don't accept that kind of change. I still think it's a great change, and I really hope they push forward and do the rest of the gang, if they introduce them as different cultures, just change them up a bit, make it unique to that style. I don't want to see the same gang just have a new wardrobe change and that's it. I rather them spice up and change up completely. It was the same when they were announcing that Velma's going to be a lesbian. I was thinking, so what? She's still going to be Velma, she's still going to be the brains, who cares? And everyone was divided about that. I saw on a Reddit post, people were upset about it. Oh, they're ruining Scooby-Doo. They're not. They're making it better. They're making it more to this cultural time. They're actually moving forward rather than backwards. So I definitely do want to see more change rather than no change, if you get my drift. So I'm comfortable with this style that's been put into Velma. And I definitely do want to see some more sneak peeks and more images, just some more story plot for this, so we have more material to work with. I know Ashton's done his video on this, so I've got that to watch as well. I know many other people who do Scooby-Doo videos have their takes, so I'm going to be watching them to see what they think about the whole idea. But I really hope they take the grounds of making a main villain for the entire series, while they have a sub-villain to distract the mystery solvers, because I'm guessing Velma's not alone. Because if she's going to hunt down this killer, she's going to need a team. So she's probably have her friends to help out the best of her abilities. She might have connections we don't know. There's so little we know about this character that we just don't understand a whole workout. Where's her base of operations? What does she know? What connections does she know? How does she operate? Is she on a budget? Is she on no budget? Is there family support? That kind of stuff. So I'm going to look forward to seeing more details be released, and I really hope they release some more images, some more plot stories as well. Just give us some more concept art, and hopefully we'll see a trailer down the line, because it might come out at the end of this year, it might come out next year, we don't know, because this is the only information on Scooby-Doo this year that we have. We haven't had no information on no Scooby-Doo movies, we have no shows, so really the Velma series on HBO is the only information we've gotten so far for this year. And I think it's a superb way to do it, just promote this while they work on, Warner Bros. Take on Scooby-Doo. Divide the two. We have the family favourite Scooby-Doo show, and then we also have the one on HBO for the adults and that. So there's no discrepancy between the two. They're both relevant in their own way. So I cannot wait to find out more information on this. If you guys have any information, let me know in the comments section below. I'll look into it. I will do another video updating it if I find any news, but I just thought I'd get this video out there now to share, you know, the recent news and just share my take on it. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick video. Remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in the next awesome Scooby-Doo video. But until then, take care.